Yogis, this practice is going to be really a pranayama practice disguised as an asana practice. What I mean is it's really going to be about the breath. I don't know that it's going to be very physically challenging. It's going to be intuitive for myself today, and about getting the breath into all parts of the body. So I'm going pretty much prop free. I've got a blanket. I know I'll do some standing poses, so you might want a block if you tend to use one for standing work, but this is really a breathing practice where we're going to do some poses. So that's the main focus. I'm going to start lying down. So find your Shavasana. Take up some space, close your eyes, and let go. Start, of course, with the breathing. Ujjayi breathing, one-to-one breathing. So in the easiest and most accessible of poses, Shavasana, let's get the breath deep. Take 3 more full, complete rounds of breath. And then keep breathing deeply. Bend the knees, put the feet on the floor, have a breath. And then let's draw the knees into the chest. And I'm going to drop into a twist. I'm going to start with knees to the left, upper body to the right. And then I'm going to change. Coming up to center, knees to the right, upper body left, and breathing into any tight spots. Take one more round of breath. And then let's bring it right on back to center. Knees to chest. And then a little bit of abdominals. I'm going to take my legs up straight. If hamstrings are tight, bend your knees. Otherwise, straight, firm legs. Hands behind the head, elbows wide, for some slow curls. I'm going to do 10 of them. So take a big inhale. Exhale, lift the upper body and curl the tailbone up. Engage the low belly. Inhale down. Exhale for 2. Down. Exhale 3. And 4. And 5. 6. 7. 8, 9, and 10. And then releasing down, pause, cactus arms, feet on the floor about hips width, breathe. Take another big rounded breath. Then I'm going to do a reclining side bend. So straighten both of the legs out, together, feet flexed. Interlace your palms above your chest, straighten the arms, and then take them overhead. And then whichever side you want to start with, I'm going to go to the right, upper body, wriggle, wriggle, wriggle to the right. This is just one of my all-time favorites. Really helps the breath because it stretches the intercostal muscles. And once you've had a couple breaths, then add the legs. Start to move your legs over to the right. Push the palms away and breathe. Go a little deeper. One more breath. And then let's bring it on back. One breath in the middle. You'll feel the difference in your sides. And then upper body to the left. Breathing and stretching. And then lower body. Breathing and stretching. And if you could go a little bit deeper, either move the legs or move the upper body, breathe. And then bring it back to center. Realigning, one more breath. And then exhale. Release the arms, have one deep breath relaxed. And then let's transition. Knees to chest, one breath. Rock up. I'm going to do just a little bit of hip work here. So, Sukhasana. I'm crossing my calves, my shins right in the middle. Feet flexed. If you need to sit on lift, you can elevate your hips. But I want to stretch the hips open. So tall spine, big inhale. Coming forward, exhaling. Again, my approach is to focus on the breath and to actually get the breath moving, which means get the energy moving into my whole body, especially any spaces that feel really stuck. Okay, now that I'm pretty low, let's do one more breath. And I'm going to walk it over to one side bend it here. Breathe into the left waist, so I'm going to the right. And then I'm going to stay low to the ground and walk it over to the left. One more breath. And then I'm going to stay low to the ground, go middle. This will have opened up the sides. You might go a little deeper. And then come back up, big breath in. I'm going to exhale, lean back, turn the hands, the fingers away. Keep the feet flexed, roll the shoulders back, chest up. So another form of opening the chest, which supports deep breathing. One more breath here. Lift the heart. Engage the belly and then come back up. And then change. We want to switch the crossing so we work in a very even way. So other shin in front, feet flexed. Right, nice tall spine, big inhale. Hinging, exhaling. All about the breath. Slow, deep, grounding breaths. Now take another round. And then come back up. This time I'm going to twist. So I'm going to start by twisting to my right. Right hand back behind. Left crosses over to the right knee. Inhale, go up. Exhale, draw the belly in to twist. Two more breaths. Twist some more. And then unwind. Go directly into the other side. My right hand to my left thigh, left hand behind. Inhale up. Exhale, push, pull. So just slowly going deeper. One more breath, deepest twist. And coming back to center, unwinding, keeping the feet flexed, spine tall. Turn the palms out, big inhale up. So having done some twisting and side bending, there's more space now on the upper body. Lift all four sides. Keep the ribs back. Think of lifting up your back ribs. Palms face each other, energize your arms. Keep all that good height. Go up as you inhale. Keep the height, but circle out wide as you exhale. Go behind your back, interlace. Keep the chin level with the floor. Roll the shoulder heads back, breathe in. And then lift the arms away from the back, breathe out. Couple breaths. Keeping everything aligned, moving only the arms and shoulder blades. Another great way to open the upper body. One more breath. And then release. I'm going to lean back again, except this time I'm going to have my feet on the floor. Keep breathing. I'm going to start with my arms out to the sides and the shoulders back. Engage the low belly, lift the heart. And then pick the feet up and add the arms. If it's too much, support with the floor or support behind the knees. Option to straighten the legs. Last two breaths, it's much harder. And release. Cross, roll forward or swing the legs around to come onto all fours. Opening on the inhale, cow. Rounding on the exhale for cat. Breathing in. Breathing out. Child's pose on the next one, so breathing in. Toes together, exhale back. 3 breaths in child's pose. Downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward. Move the hands up a little in front of the shoulders. Get grounded, tuck the toes. Exhale, lift off. Bending, leaning, stretching, exploring. Remember, not so much thinking about it physically, but where can I get the energy, the breath to flow? Take another deep breath. Walk it back, hands to feet. Hang. Feel free to bend your knees. Shake out tension. Now I'm going to add that same shoulder stretch again, but I'm going to switch which thumb is on top. Of course, use a strap if you normally do. So if you're clasping, it's the awkward way. Breathe deeply to target the upper back, chest, and shoulders. One more full breath. Then I'm going to let my hands drop, and I'm going to go into Malasana, into a squat. Now, I'm going to keep my feet as is. You may have to turn out or go wider. You may need the blanket pulled underneath your heels if they don't come down. So feet as parallel as possible. Again, you may have to turn out. Wriggle your torso in there. Have the hands down, let the hips sink, heart up. The legs have to hug in a little bit. I'm kind of grabbing my ribs with my legs. And I'm just going to be here and breathe. And then maybe walk it a little more forward. Sink the weight into the heels and the sitting bones and breathe. Now I'm going to drop my head, which means I'm releasing my chin down and I'm flexing my neck. So it feels good to stretch into the upper back. But be gentle here. Take another breath. Now be careful with this transition. Careful with knees in particular. You're going to slowly lift those heels up and come forward onto the knees. So the toes are tucked. You might even need a physical readjustment. And we're just going to sit here for a moment and stretch the feet. If this is really difficult for you, then you hold some of your weight up out of the pose. Over time, you want to drop more weight in. Now I'm going to add a little upper body work, a little dynamic movement for breath. So circle up, inhale. Stay here on the exhale. cactus arms, open the heart, look up, inhale. Straighten, exhale, look forward. Inhale. Exhale. Simple but feels good. One more. Exhale. Stay here, inhale. And bring it down, exhale. Untuck your toes. Stretch to child's pose, 3 breaths. Now return to downward dog. Stretch it out for 4 breaths. One more deep breath. Now I'm going to move my left foot a little more midline, right leg back and up. Go ahead and go way open, bend the knee, take a breath. Straighten. Go square. And drop it down. Left leg inhaling. Go big, open it up, exhaling. Big deep breath. Straighten and go square. And release it down. And child's pose. 2 breaths. And this time, coming into dolphin. So we'll place the forearms parallel on the floor, elbows exactly shoulders width apart, fingers spread wide and grounded. Tuck the toes, lift up, walk your feet in a little bit for tighter hamstrings, please bend the knees. Lift up out of your shoulders, press the chest back and breathe. So I have a lot of hamstring flexibility and my heels happen to come down, but for some of you that won't be the case, and you'll need to really bend the legs. Okay, I don't really care so much about the legs, it's really about lifting out of your shoulders, targeting the upper back. And breathing. Head should not be on the floor. One more deep breath. And then drop down onto your knees. Child's pose, sinking back, breathing. Feeling all that opening in the upper body. Now we're going to try it a different way. So as you come to all fours, first of all start with the same setup, except now, instead of the hands grounded, flip them over. So now the palms are facing the ceiling and the thumbs are touching the floor. This is going to make it very different. Dolphin, option to bend the knees, walk a little forward, lift out of your shoulders, keep those thumbs moving into the floor and breathe. Take another very deep breath here. And one more time, flipping over with the hands, child's pose. Okay, we're going to return to downward dog and get into the legs a little bit. Up and back and breathing. Take another round of breath. Bend the knees as you exhale. Jump or step forward. Arch up. Exhale, fold. Hang here, take a very big breath. Arch up as you inhale. Step your left foot back as you exhale. Release the knee, feel free to pat it. Get your base, align the joints, heel, knee, knee and front foot hips width. Come on up. Aligning center breathing. I'm going to add a twist here in a moment, but take a breath and settle into your lunge. Left arm, big inhale. Up, 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 and then twisting as you exhale. Palms together, breathing. And twisting. Breathing. And twisting. Option to lift the back knee. So you would tuck the toes. It's going to make it more challenging. Lift the back thigh. Everybody take 2 or 3 more breaths. Wherever you are, a little deeper, last breath. And then bring it back down to the mat. Pause. Have a moment on your fingertips. Step forward. Inhale. Arch up. Exhale, fold. Repeat that. Exhale, fold. And then one more time, arching up. Right foot steps back, exhaling. Setting up that low lunge, take a breath, set your base. Coming up. Aligning center. Deepening right here. Preparing for the twist, right arm. Crossing over. Palms together to twist. Breathing. Now, if you lifted the back knee on side 1, do it here too. You would tuck the back toes. Exhale, lift. Deepening. Last couple of breaths. One more round. And then bringing it down, pausing, lengthening, breathing, stepping forward. Exhale, fold. Repeat. Rising, inhaling. Exhaling. 2 half salutations. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more, just moving in silence. Okay, step 1 foot back, 2 parallel feet. We're going to go triangle to half moon. So grab that block if you're needing it, whichever leg you want to start on, doesn't matter. I'm on my left, rotating out. Heel to arch alignment, block on the outer shin if you're using it. Lift your kneecaps. Big inhale. Exhale, hinge and reach. So classical triangle, top ribs drop down, bottom ribs lengthen, and we reach. First, I'm going to add a variation here before we go to half moon. So top arm is going to come up and over, and now I'm rounding my ribs. I like to think of a rainbow. Big arc breathing. Really opens up the top waist. One more breath. And then right back up, top ribs down, find your core, your navel center. Hand to hip, look down. Exhale, bend the knee. Track it. And inhale, glide to Ardha Chandrasana. I'm going to float that leg up higher just for the fun of it. Take another breath. And step down carefully. One breath triangle. And root to rise. And then switch, parallel the feet. Side 2. Heel to arch alignment. Big inhale, exhale. Block or floor or shin. Breathing deeply. Top arm over, make that arc, that rainbow. Bow the top ribs, the bottom ribs are shortening. Breathe. Back up, ribs down, find the navel center, the core, hand to hip, bend, track, glide, half moon. Moving slowly, steadily. Maybe floating the top leg a little higher, open it up a little bit more, keep breathing. Looking down, careful step, return to Trikonasana, one breath. And then this time I'm going to bring it down. Now I'm going to step straight back, downward facing dog. Nice big breath. Plank pose. Big inhale. Down dog, exhale. One breath. Plank pose, inhale. To the belly, slowly exhale. Cobra. Down. Again, holding. Either stay or make it an up dog. Another inhale. Exhale. Downward dog. And one last breath. And child's pose, drop down. Three breaths. Now I'm going to come into Supta Virasana, which is knees together, feet apart, reclining. Feel free to prop yourself, either something under the sitting bones and or bolster blanket stacked behind you. Or, if this really isn't good in your body, come onto your belly and stretch one heeled buttock at a time. It's thigh stretching. We're basically stretching the thighs. This is more challenging for the body, so if it's too much on your thighs or knees, go onto the belly and do one at a time. If you're doing Supta, then once you start to go back, you have to lift up and lengthen your tailbone towards your heels, so you're not crunching your low back. And then I'm going to take a few really deep breaths here. Depending on your body, if you're down flat and it's relatively comfortable for you, take the arms overhead or cactus arms, which I'm really liking lately. And I'm going to focus on my breathing here, almost like a little pranayama session while reclined. Three more slow and deep breaths. Last deep breath. And then whichever shape you are in, thigh stretches on the belly or Supta Virasana, we're going to transition all the way up. I'm going to pause for just a moment and sit on my feet, breathing. Now I'm going to move into some back bends. So it's been sort of a gentle practice, focused more on breath than a lot of intensity, but we have been opening the body in all directions. So I'm going to use the wall and use the balls of my feet at the baseboard and work on Urdhva Dhanurasana. I'll do one bridge and then Urdhva. But you could do any back bends now. You could do Dhanurasana on the belly, you could just keep it to bridge. You could even, stand on your knees and do Ustrasana camel. So let's do two back bends of choice to open us up a little bit more. So I'm not even going to change my mat. I'm just going to start from here. Feet are hips width in my case against the wall. First bridge pose. Then I'm going to transition, hands by the ears. I'm going to come onto my head first. Elbows and shoulders in alignment, hug the legs in, and lift. One more breath, big inhale. I'm looking at the ceiling to come down with exhale. Pause and breathe. And then one more. Do your last back bend, whichever one you're doing. I'm going to go through bridge again. Then make my way onto the head to align the shoulders. And then come up. Eventually down. And knees to chest or child's pose. And then knees to the left for a twist. And switch it up. Knees to the right. And then transition your way. I'm just going to roll over, come to all fours, and take a child's pose. And then coming up, let's do one Paschimottanasana. So 2 straight legs. You're going to ground down through your legs, flex your feet. Feel free to elevate the hips. Take the arms up on an inhale. Hinge forward as you exhale. Grabbing the feet, pull up and out. Take one more breath. And then all the way back up. A small Shavasana, short Shavasana, finishing with pranayama. So get comfortable. Take up some space. Close the eyes and let go. So for this brief period, no regulation of breath. back to breathing and body. And just having had a short pause, a short rest, we'll now transition to sitting for pranayama. So make your way slowly, gently. And when you come up, be sure that you're comfortable. Take enough lift. You'll practice Nadi Shodhana, alternate nostril breathing. So if you're doing this practice early in the day, you will begin and end through your right nostril, which is a little more stimulating. If it's second half of the day, begin and end through your left nostril. Right hand, peel down pointer and middle fingers, thumb shuts the right, ring and pinky seal the left. So breathe in through both, breathe out through both, and then you'll start on the appropriate side. You'll close the opposite nostril and then inhale. Top of the breath, switch and exhale. Stay on that same side, breathe in. Switch and breathe out. Keep going. Keep going a little longer. Make this round you're on your last cycle. End on the same side you began with. Then you'll release your hand down. Allow breathing to return to its natural state. And let's pause, let's have a minute. Pure non-doing. Just to feel what we did here. With our bodies, but more importantly, with our breath and our attention. Let's join our hands together at the heart. Om Shanti Om. Peace. Namaste. And thank you.